Okay, welcome to another Simple Steps tutorial by Brando Consulting. In this video, we're going to go over receiving with the mobile device because a lot of people buy Fishbowl Advanced because of its robust warehouse management capabilities. Let's take a look at the mobile warehouse management tool, starting with receiving. Now, receiving is important because if you don't get that right, it's all going to snowball from there, right? So let's take a look at the simple steps of receiving with Fishbowl Mobile, previously known as Fishbowl Go. So we'll take a quick peek at the login screen of Fishbowl Go. Just want to put in a little tip that this is the recommended port to use, 2456. And then here's your server IP address and the port number, your username and password right there. If you need to log in remotely, then you may set up a secure web connection. Okay, so let's log in. We've got all these screens we can log into. Let's go to receiving. I'll tap on receive. And here we have a list of things that we can receive. Look at the T. The T is the transfer order. P is purchase order. So you can receive all kinds of things. You can receive sales orders as well if you have a credit return, for instance. So we're just going to do the most common one. Let's receive a purchase order. I'll tap. You can also scan P88, but I'll tap on that and tap in this little icon that looks like the edit icon, and that'll take us to the next screen. So tap right there. And then it shows us all the items on the purchase order that we can receive. So I've got this item with an item number. I'll put a little plug here that if you're thinking about creating item numbers, you can adopt the vendor's part number or create a part number with, say, 5 to 8 characters. Because notice this itty bitty screen right here, if you have over 5 to 8 characters, it's going to be a little difficult, or it could be a little difficult. So we've got an edit button here. We've got a receiving button on the top right hand corner. Got a save button and a little notes section that we can write notes if we want. That's what these buttons are. And a barcode button if you're using the camera on your mobile device here. And that'll pop up down below. Don't use that very often because typically what we use is something like a TC70. Looks a little something like this, one of these guys here. So when you have one of these, you don't need to tap on that little barcode. You just click that little button, shoot out the laser, and it scans the barcode. All you've got to worry about is having this cursor flashing right here. Wherever the cursor's flashing is where the barcode will populate. And just to drive this point home, I'm going to open up a Word document. You wouldn't think a Word document would have anything to do with barcode scanning, and that's my point. It doesn't matter. Some people think that it's the software that has something to do with barcode scanning, but look at this. I'm just gonna scan an envelope box in Word doc, and that's all it does. It just translates the barcode into a number. No matter what software you're using, it doesn't matter. So wherever the cursor's flashing, you can scan the barcode right there. So we'll tap that, pretend like we scanned it. Now we can either tap this receiving truck right here or tap the edit button. Now back on the advanced mobile settings, you'll find under integration, advanced mobile right here. In the receiving section, if you have this checkbox checked that says always show edit screen, then if you click this truck right here, it will still show the edit screen. And I like this setting. I kind of prefer this setting. Let's go back here. It'll do the same thing as clicking the edit button. It'll take you to the same screen. Now, if this box right here was not checked, then tapping receive will receive everything if it is not lot tracked. You know, if lot number tracking or serial number tracking is turned on, it will always advance to the edit screen and require you to put in a lot number or a serial number or whatever kind of tracking you previously required for the part. So back here on the part screen, if we select a part and go to the Details tab, we see this little area down here that allows us to turn on tracking and turn off tracking. So if you have tracking turned on for an inventory type part, it's got to be an inventory type part. If you have tracking turned on and you scan this and then hit truck, no matter what, it'll take you to this screen because you need to enter the lot number or the serial number, whatever it might be. I'll show you that in just a minute. Let's finish this part right here. It wants us to enter the quantity. We purchased one. One showed up on the PO, but we can put in whatever quantity we want, and you should. You should always put in the quantity that you counted, not the quantity that's on the PO. The whole purpose of having this mobile device is responsibility. The person that touches the inventory is the person that records what they did. So whatever they counted is what they should enter in to achieve accurate inventory. And also pay attention to the unit of measure right here. If you count it in the wrong unit of measure, that's a big screw up. Be sure to pay attention to that unit of measure and make sure you're counting in that unit of measure and the quantity goes with that unit of measure. Okay, so to finish it off, down here in the bottom left-hand corner, click on the truck. Some people ask, well, what's this over here? Just for curiosity's sakes, it's just a place where you can check out the image of the part. That's all. I don't have an image on the part right now. So we'll click Receive and Receive. So let's go through those simple steps one more time. I did say this would be a simple steps video. So let's go through the simple steps. Go to the receiving screen. Look up the PO that you're receiving, select the PO, select the parts you're counting, hit Edit or Receive. Be careful hitting Receive. Be sure that the quantity and unit of measure right here matches before you click Receive, if that's the setting that you have. Because sometimes it actually will receive, and it's just that simple. Just boom, boom, 2 clicks and gone. I've got a different setting turned on that I showed you, so it's always going to advance to this screen. Double check the quantity, enter the actual quantity that you counted. So let's pretend like I counted 20, even though the PO said 22. Hit Receive. Notice it's going to leave 2 open to be received later or close short. Go to the next line, click, Receive, Receive. Next line, click, Receive, and Receive. Simple, quick, fast, accurate, in your hands, right? So the person that's counting the inventory can be the person that's recording the inventory, and that really improves accuracy. So notice though that I didn't receive everything. In that case, just like in the picking screen, be sure to click Save so you don't lose your work. Click Save, and that'll bring us back to this screen. Now let's take a look at receiving something with a lot number or serial number so you can see that. All right, PO 129 has lot number and serial number on it. So we'll select P129, and here the AN-12 by 1 is tracked by lot number. I'll click Receive, and notice we have a new field right there that requires the lot number. If we try to receive without a lot number, we'll get an error message. Fishbowl requires the lot number if you turn lot number tracking on for the part. Same thing with serial number. So I'll just put in a lot number, double check the quantity, double check the location we're receiving it to. We could receive it to receiving or the actual stock location. We can change this location and scan the location as well. If the locations have a barcode, click Receive. So we just received a part with a lot number. Now this next one has a serial number. We'll select the part to receive. There's 4 of them. And let's select the location to receive it in, or scan the location to receive it in. That's the stock location. Nope, I screwed up my purchase order entry. This one is not tracked by serial number. Let me do another one. All right, we'll refresh the screen so it shows up. We got P130 now as the purchase order. Here's our serial number tracked part. We'll select that, hit receive, and now we see this screen down here for serial number tracking. Once again, you put the cursor in the place that you're scanning serial numbers. Put a little plug in for John C. Maxwell. I'm just going to use the barcode on the books I have on the shelf. And then the next one, this is a good book too. Start with Y. And the next one, Good to Great. Yeah, that's a good book. And the next one, Great by Choice. That's a good book. So I'm just scanning the serial numbers, and each serial number does need to be unique. That's the essence of a serial number. Now you may think, what if we have 100 serial numbers and we don't want to open the box and dig into the box and take everything out? Well, then ask your vendor for an electronic copy of a list of all the serial numbers, and I'll show you another feature on another video. Import the serial numbers using receiving import with all the serial numbers. Also on the receiving screen right here, when receiving, there's a feature for auto-populating and auto-generating serial numbers or importing serial numbers from a file. But in this video, we just want to focus on the simple steps of receiving with the mobile device. And that's it. Log into the mobile device, select the PO, select the part, count the quantity, make sure you're receiving to the right location, and click receive. Repeat and repeat. It's that simple. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial video and it was helpful. If you have any questions, comment below. Be sure to subscribe to see more tutorial videos like this.